Alright guys, welcome back to the small block Chevy. Alright, so far we get some engine mounts and we can put some coloring on that engine stand over here because they were kind of a little bit chippy. We run some 0 gauge cable to the starter, and just from my alternator another 0 gauge fuse gonna drop in the middle right here that gonna go straight to my battery isolator. Okay, and we got some new spark plug-ins, some MSD iridium spark plugs. Those are on, and to the back of the motor here, we got I installed a new oil pressure sending unit pickup line right there. Just need oil pressure sending unit. And for cooling, I use my old heat exchanger from my 3 liter. Change the hose and bring it all the way over here, and this can work for me. And the power steering, cool the power steering fluid. We're still waiting on manifolds, and we come around here, that hose connected, so I'm waiting on this hose because this hose was given to me for a test fit because it's broken. And this is where I mount my fuel pump, and we're waiting on the idle pulley bracket to tension the belt. That's gonna be right there. And so far I have set up this T right here that goes into the holly for valve cover breathing. So I'm gonna have one valve cover connected right here and the other valve cover connected right here, and then it will go straight down into the intake manifold. So instead of having more air filter get dirty and stuff like that, so I have a carb hat on, and we're gonna put a cool air intake system on this. And we still got the 170 amps Balma alternator, gonna power everything. And this is where we reach with this small block Chevy so far. This cool setup. And so in the next video we're gonna take this off the engine stand, and we're gonna put our new flywheel on. We got a new flywheel over here, and we got a new flywheel right there. We're gonna put our new flywheel on, and we put our engine coupler because this is for marine setup. It's gonna go into a boat. I got our pre-filter for fuel for fuel pump, but my fuel water separator, I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna get this mounted onto this, but I don't see any space so far, but if you guys have any idea, you can leave it in a comment, see where we could put this. Yep. But this is the setup so far. So we got all Volvo Penta accessories on the front right here. Volvo Penta bracket, Penta power steering pump from my 3 liter. We just change the pulley, put it to serpentine. Got a Penta circulation pump, Penta raw water pump, Volvo Penta thermostat housing, and we got our Ollie EFI, and we got the MSD distributor, MSD coil, MSD spark plugs, and we got some MSD plug wires also, 8.5mm ones. And yeah, so this is my setup so far. and ground the alternator to the intake manifold right there. So this alternator come with 2 posts, with a grounding post right there, and our positive post right there. So we're waiting on intake manifold, exhaust manifolds, and then we're gonna connect up our O2 sensor and stuff like that. As soon as we get the manifolds, and we need oil pressure sender right here, and I create my own wire loom, with this pigtail that I get right here. So I get this pigtail and I create my own wire loom for everything. My starter wires, we up here, we got the fuel pump wire from the ollie, and we got, for my temperature sensor to my dash, I got this little brown wire right there, and this should go to my oil pressure sending unit. As soon as I get that connected up, that goes over there to that, and so we only have one wire connected to this, which is the yellow wire that connect to my ignition source, and this is the setup. Can't wait to fire it up this motor. Then the next step is to try and fit that boat into this little tiny garage here, to do some adjustments on the flooring and all these things to accommodate this V8 small block Chevy 383. A lot of power, lots of power, a lot of cool parts on it. Should give us a lot of horsepower. So I made up this cable right here, use my hydraulic crimper, crimp it, run out a heat-shrink, more heat-shrink that can fit this, but this cable is gonna be my main ground cable, connected somewhere in the back there, and this one goes straight to my battery. For my starter wire, my main starter wire goes straight to my battery, and as I said, I got a battery isolator, so this gonna have a fuse in the middle right here, and then this goes straight to the battery isolator to charge 2 batteries. With this kind of setup with a battery isolator, the main alternator wire, you don't connect it to the starter, connect it straight to your battery isolator, okay? And then from the battery isolator, your output post, you have one go to each of the battery, and then now your starter will connect directly from the positive post of your battery. Right? So this is how we're doing it. The eBay seller took holiday on me, so he didn't get to ship out my parts that I ordered from before holiday, but he emailed me today that he's gonna ship it out. So he actually posted a tracking number today, hopefully to get it soon, because I bought the wrong bracket. I bought a shorter one. The pulley was like all the way back inside here, so to fit this kind of Volvo Penta serpentine setup, you got to get the long idle pulley bracket, and the long one, I'm going to bring that pulley to line up with the belts out here, bring it off out here, yeah. And the only thing that I need gonna be that little piece of rod that hold this thing together, that it make it don't move. And I've seen it on eBay for like way at some guys was like $150. One was like $132. I was like, no way. When I look at that, It's just a bended piece of rod. And I feel like you can buy a little piece of rod and bend it and hook it into this little hole right here. I'm not paying $150 or $132 just for a little piece of rod to go from here to here. You know, gotta be creative if you want to save money, because I feel like that was like a little bit ridiculous for that little piece of bended rod, So I had the same starter from my freeliers, the same starter, there's nothing different, because these are all the same long block engine, but this is a V8 style. So I purchased the wrong brackets. These brackets are for a free leader. And if anybody want these brackets to buy, just let me know. Can give it to them. I'm about to get these one because I get the wrong bracket right there. So if anybody want those brackets, let me know, and I will happily ship it out.